I told her mama I don't bite but my teeth do. Hello everyone, Ryan here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the latest album from Young Thug titled Beautiful Thugger Girls. Young Thug is an Atlanta trap rapper who has been a compelling artist for a lot of people for many years now. He's been seen as this kind of experimental rapper who has changed the game in some ways, but also has a fairly pop sound that appeals to the masses as well. But this guy is not for everyone at all. I mean, he has a really weird voice, he sings in this unconventional way, and a lot of his rhymes and his lyrics kind of are ridiculous, and he says a lot of weird stuff in his music, and a lot of people regard that as trash, but some people seem to think of him as being the next Tupac for some reason. And even him himself has now said that he is greater than Tupac, which is fine, but you know, a lot of people wouldn't say that for a multitude of reasons. The main reason being for the fact that his lyrics are kind of terrible, but it's kind of done on purpose in a way. Like, I can tell that he does this in a humorous way, and his lyrics shouldn't be taken that seriously. But this new album is essentially his sort of love album. He's kind of doing a lot of songs facing girls and love, and there are quite a lot of songs where the main focus of them is the vibe and less of a focus on his rapping, as he does do quite a bit of singing on this album, which I actually do enjoy for the most part. I thought I would hate it, but in fact he sounds fairly good at singing. I can't lie there. The thing is though, with the singing on this album, you kind of want good lyrics with that as well, because you need a mixture of both, as always, in any style of music. So I don't really give anyone a pass in that sense. And although Young Thug does have a few funny lines on here, like I do actually laugh out loud at some of the ridiculous things he says, it doesn't really fit the style that he's going for. If the way to get a girl is to mention AIDS in your song, then I wish someone told me. I didn't know it was that easy, Jesus Christ. But the thing is though, it's like, it's not really about that. I don't think this album, I don't think it's about trying to make the ultimate relationship love album, because we do get the album starting off in a bit of a confusing way, because there's this kind of like country sound to the song, which made me think that the rest of the album was gonna go in this route, but it doesn't actually do that. And although I do think the opening track is fairly decent, I'm kind of glad that he didn't go in this route the whole way through, because I think it would have sounded really corny. But yeah, at the same time, I'm conflicted with this album too, because the rest of the album I feel like I enjoy, but I just don't know what it is about it that's holding me back from liking it that much. And I've got to say, I think it is the fact that Young Thug is a fairly confusing lyricist at points, because it's sometimes like you can't tell whether you're meant to take it seriously or whether you're just supposed to laugh and just keep listening to the music, because it does sound good. I mean, there are some nice beats on this album. Young Thug, again, I do enjoy him vocally, even though he is weird, but I do enjoy that. But the thing is, I think I want my albums to have some kind of major focus point and something that hooks me in the whole way through, and there are a few moments where I'm just not that interested, like the Future feature. Future on this track sounds terrible. I'm amazed that this guy's managed to maintain relevancy. Also the song Get High with the Get High hook, which sounds really terrible, and Snoop Dogg on there too doesn't even make the song any better, and you would expect him to, considering it's a song about getting high. There's just too much on here that I just know I would never listen to again, and they're really only moments where I pick and choose to listen to on these songs. Like She Wanna Party, I think works as quite a good kind of pop jam, and there are a lot of other songs on here that work like that too, and as an album as a whole, it just doesn't keep me interested the whole way through. Nowhere near like what Jeffrey did. I thought Jeffrey was an album that was just so wild and weird that I was just polarized by what was going on and all the different song topics on there. I really like that album, whereas this goes on a bit too long and there's just not enough diversity across the whole thing. So I do kind of like this album. It's pretty good. It's just not something I'm going to come back to that much, which actually is quite big change for me, because I used to really hate Young Thug, but ever since last year on his Jeffrey tape, I've actually grown to like him. I do find him quite interesting now, and I do like his vocals a lot more than I used to do. Not for an entire hour though, it wears thin by the end, and I'm kind of just bored, and he doesn't have a huge amount of ideas to make the songs stand on their own in an interesting way each time. They kind of fly by, and they sort of are doing the same thing each time. So yeah, it's a pretty good album. I would say it's a C. I would recommend it for hip hop fans. I'm sure people have already heard this anyway if you're a hip hop fan, because Young Thug is huge. And yeah, if you did like this review, make sure you subscribe and like the video, and have a good day.